October 1947. In the lush, mountainous terrain of Jammu and Kashmir, an eerie calm blankets the valleys. But under the surface, a storm is brewing. Thousands of armed Pakistani tribesmen, driven by an ambition to seize the region, are about to unleash havoc on Kashmir. The assault, codenamed Operation Gulmarg, marks the beginning of one of the most defining conflicts between two newly formed nations, India and Pakistan. To understand why Pakistan was so determined to claim Kashmir, we need to journey back to 1947. British India was on the brink of independence, and the country was set to be divided along religious lines. Two new nations were born, a secular India and a newly created Islamic state, Pakistan. At that time, Jammu and Kashmir was one of the many princely states caught in the middle. Its ruler, Maharaja Hari Singh, a Hindu, governed over a population that was predominantly Muslim. The Maharaja faced an agonizing choice to accede to India, accede to Pakistan, or attempt to remain independent. Though he was hesitant to join either nation, both India and Pakistan recognized Kashmir's immense strategic value. For Pakistan, Kashmir represented a critical addition to its territory. Pakistan argued that because of its Muslim-majority population, Kashmir should naturally align with them, fulfilling their vision of a homeland for Muslims. Beyond religious demographics, Kashmir held immense geographic significance. The region offered a gateway into Central Asia and held key rivers that both nations depended on. Control over Kashmir would secure Pakistan's northern front and ensure access to vital resources. On the other side, India saw Kashmir as a symbol of its secular identity. India's leaders believed that if Kashmir, with its Muslim majority, joined their country, it would stand as a testament to India's commitment to pluralism and unity. Thus, the stakes were set. Kashmir was not merely a piece of land, it represented an ideological struggle between the two new nations. Yet, as the Maharaja wrestled with his decision, a secret plan was being hatched on the other side of the border. Pakistan was not prepared to wait. They were about to launch a brazen and violent assault to seize Kashmir by force. In the lead-up to October 1947, Pakistan prepared for what it believed would be a swift, decisive campaign to annex Kashmir. This plan, known as Operation Gulmarg, was a calculated assault intended to bypass diplomatic channels and forcefully capture Kashmir before India could intervene. The mastermind behind Operation Gulmarg was Major General Akbar Khan of the Pakistan Army. Khan and his team devised a plan to mobilize tribal militias from Pakistan's northwest, luring them with promises of plunder and reward. 20 lashkars, each made up of approximately 1,000 tribal fighters, were prepared to cross into Kashmir with a singular objective: to capture, loot, and destroy. These forces were made up of tribesmen from regions like Waziristan, notorious for their fighting skills and fearless nature. But these lashkars weren't just driven by promises of wealth. They were instructed to show no mercy. As the first wave of fighters poured across the border, they unleashed a reign of terror on towns like Muzaffarabad, Baramulla, and Uri. Stories of unimaginable brutality spread. Homes were ransacked, families were torn apart, and countless lives were lost. Women and children suffered horrifying atrocities, and entire villages were burned to the ground. Pakistan's leaders labeled their campaign as a fight for Azad Kashmir, or Free Kashmir, though in reality there was nothing free about it. The Pakistani forces imposed chaos and destruction on Kashmir, showing no regard for the lives or rights of the people they claimed to liberate. Baramulla, once a peaceful town, was turned into a battleground. The tribal fighters looted hospitals and even attacked innocent civilians seeking refuge. Pakistan believed that capturing Srinagar would force the Maharaja into submission, but they underestimated both the determination of the Kashmiri people and the impending response from India. With the Pakistani invasion underway, Maharaja Hari Singh knew he could no longer delay his decision. On October 26, 1947, he signed the Instrument of Accession, formally making Kashmir a part of India. This historic decision paved the way for India to intervene and defend the region from the advancing invaders. News of the assault reached Indian leaders immediately. Prime Minister Nehru, known for his commitment to peace, was shaken by the brutality inflicted on the people of Kashmir. Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a staunch defender of India's sovereignty, resolved to mobilize the Indian army at once. the order was given, and one of the most daring operations in Indian military history began. In a race against time, Indian forces were organized for an unprecedented airlift operation. On October 27th, Indian planes flew troops from Delhi to the Srinagar airfield. This strategic airlift was led by Lieutenant Colonel Ranjit Rai and his unit, the first boots on the ground in Kashmir. Rai and his troops were tasked with holding the line until reinforcements arrived, a challenge they accepted with valor despite overwhelming odds. Tragically, Rai would pay the ultimate price, but his sacrifice allowed India to secure a foothold in Srinagar, the region's nerve center. As more Indian forces poured into Kashmir, they encountered fierce resistance from the tribal lashkars. Major Somnath Sharma emerged as a heroic figure during the defense of Srinagar's airport. Major Sharma, who was injured and had one arm in a sling, led his men with unmatched courage. His small company fought valiantly to protect the airstrip, refusing to yield despite intense fire from the enemy. Sharma's sacrifice became legendary. He was posthumously awarded the Paramveer Chakra, India's highest military honor. With each passing day, Indian soldiers reclaimed territory lost to the Pakistani-backed tribesmen. Key towns like Baramulla and Uri were gradually recaptured, driving the invaders back toward the border. The Indian Army's strategic tactics and unyielding resolve sent a clear message: Kashmir was not to be taken by force. The dream of capturing Srinagar, the crown jewel of Kashmir, remained unfulfilled for Pakistan. Indian forces had not only defended the city but safeguarded the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. The relentless advance of the Indian Army shattered the invaders' hope of raising their flag in Srinagar. Instead, India's tricolour stood proudly over the land, a symbol of victory and resilience. The defense of Kashmir in 1947 was a story of unmatched bravery and sacrifice. Operation Gulmarg, a calculated strike to seize Kashmir, was met with fierce resistance from a nation determined to protect its people and territory. In the months that followed, India and Pakistan continued to wrestle over Kashmir. But the Indian Army's heroic defense in those critical early days laid the foundation for the region's future. This battle, while only the beginning, demonstrated the courage of India's soldiers and the unbreakable spirit of a people who would defend their land against all odds. Thank you for watching Tales of History. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the past and learned something new about the events that shaped our world. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who love history as much as we do. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future episodes. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating stories of history with us. And remember, history isn't just the past, it's the key to understanding our present and shaping our future.